Hi, nice to meet you everyone, and welcome to Presentation and Seminar Skills 1 class. I am Professor Yasuko Kambe, and I will be teaching this course throughout a year. I feel quite excited to meet you all, and also shocked that all of us cannot get together at campus due to coronavirus pandemic right now. However, on the bright side, I hope you make use of your precious time at home focusing on studying instead of getting tired of hectic schedule for your part-time jobs. It looks very difficult to predict when we can get back to our normal life, but until that time comes, let's stay home, stay healthy, and study more. To briefly introduce myself, I was born and raised in Yokohama in Japan. I've lived in several different places in the world in my earlier life, but mostly I reside in Japan. I miss traveling, especially at this period, but my little daughter, who is nearly 7 months old, keeps me quite busy. So to be honest, I quite enjoy quarantine / telecommuting lifestyle. Well, getting back to the original subject, in this day one class video, objectives, course outline, and other instructions will follow. The presentation and seminar skills 1 / PSS1 class is taught by both myself and another professor, Shunsuke Kawayama. Since Professor Kawayama and I plan to conduct class with same procedures as well as same learning materials. And plus, Professor Kawayama has more experiences in teaching PSS1 class. The rest of the explanations and instructions in this video will be taken over by Professor Kawayama. So don't get surprised. Now, good luck on the day one class and see you later.
Okay, before we begin, all of you need to pause this video right now and go to Manaba to watch a separate video, which is an orientation of the academic English program. It is a PowerPoint presentation prepared by our academic coordinator, who is Professor Murray Tombo. After you finish watching that orientation, there is a quiz that comes with the video, which needs to be completed shortly after. Once you're done with that, you can come back to this lecture video and learn more about the details of this course. Now that you're done with the orientation, now let's start talking about the details of the course. Before I go into the details, you do need to access and download the syllabus for this course, which is also available on Manaba. And this is how it looks. So please make sure you have this in front of you because it'll be very, very useful when I explain other details, and you may be able to write notes along the way. Okay, first let's look at the course description and learning outcomes. So I'm just going to read from the syllabus now. It says, this course serves as a bridge from high school to university and to overseas studies. The course develops the student's skills and dispositions to succeed in university. The course develops the student's intellectual curiosity, self-awareness, and self-advocacy to enhance their active and independent learning skills. The course also develops critical thinking, an ability to postpone judgment and tolerate ambiguity and to interrogate one's own ideas as well as those of others. Furthermore, the course develops the student's ability to listen and take notes simultaneously, to engage in intellectual discussions and debates, and to make effective speeches and presentations on a wide range of global and local issues and topics. So one point I want to emphasize from what I just read is independent learning skills. Yes, you do have to be a lot more independent compared to what you were used to in high school. The learning environment is also very, very different from high school, especially when you're dealing with an all-English environment. So you do need to develop these skills as the semester progresses. Now, the second point that I do want to emphasize is critical thinking. Yes, you do have to think rationally. You also need to understand how different ideas connect from one another. Okay. And third, and lastly, I do want to emphasize the different skills that you will be acquiring in this course. So the first one is listening skills. Yes, you do have to listen to lectures, presentations, discussions from other students. And this is very, very important because you do need to be able to understand what people are saying. And the second skill that you will be developing is note-taking skills. And this note-taking is very, very important because this is really the only way you'll be able to remember the content of one's speech or presentation. And third, you'll be developing discussion skills. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do this as effectively as a traditional class because unfortunately you won't be meeting physically together in one class to be able to discuss ideas together. So hopefully throughout the semester we will find some way for all of you to communicate electronically. And lastly, you will also be developing presentation skills, right? You will be making speeches and presentations, and really this is the only way you will be presenting your own knowledge and ideas to others. Okay, now let's get into academic honesty. So again, I'm going to read from the syllabus. It says, students should be aware of the very serious manner in which academic honesty is viewed within the university. This is referring to plagiarism or presenting someone else's work from any resource as your own or without appropriate referencing. Any student caught plagiarizing will receive a grade of 0 for that assignment. More than one infraction may result in automatic failure of the course. So plagiarism in this case just means that you are not allowed to copy someone else's work without his or her permission. All of the assignments that you'll be getting, you need to complete them, all of them on your own. Of course, you are allowed to share ideas with your classmates and do assignments together, but the work that you will be submitting or presenting, everything has to be coming from you, right? So I shouldn't be seeing the two similar assignments or exact same assignments coming from two different students, right? If that happens, then I know that someone has plagiarized. Okay, so if I catch you doing this, of course you will get a 0 for that assignment, and if you do this more than once, then of course the penalties will be more severe. Okay, next let's talk about professionalism, preparation for a class. So on the syllabus it says, be neat, organized, and prepared. All students, regardless of their English language levels, must use English at all times. Students should complete assigned texts and materials and take notes to obtain adequate scores on comprehension and content quizzes, and to participate effectively in discussion and other tasks. Students should review class notes and complete assignments to demonstrate mastery of the class content. So yes, you do need to be neat, you need to be organized, and you need to be prepared at all times. You will be getting a lot of assignments every week, and because everything is going to be conducted online, time management is going to be really, really important, and you need to make sure that you do everything accordingly and on time. Okay, next it says, because of the spread of the novel coronavirus that has plagued the world in the recent months, for safety, the university has decided to conduct classes online for at least the first several weeks of the semester. This means you need to place extra care on time management and making sure to complete assignments tasks in a timely manner. You will also be taking other courses simultaneously, which makes completing assignments on time a significant challenge. Please anticipate the possibility that all classes will be conducted online for the entire semester. So again, this talks about time management, the importance of time management, as I explained earlier. But what I also want to emphasize here is that you will also be taking other courses simultaneously online, and you do need to put a lot of care on time management and making sure that you complete assignments and lessons, right, on a timely manner. So please be careful there as well. Okay, next, submitting work. So on the syllabus it says, as stated earlier, you're expected to hand in all assignments on time, read, listen instructions, follow assignment guidelines, and keep track of your own grades. A lecture video will be provided weekly providing instructions on assignments. Pages 2 and 3 of the syllabus also provides information on weekly assignments and tasks. All class resources will be provided through Manaba, the university's online system. Put your name, ID, and class on everything you submit. If I cannot find a name, the assignment will not be graded. Most of the assignments will be submitted through Manaba. Late assignments will not be accepted unless given permission from the instructor under exceptional circumstances. Assignments sent by email will be rejected immediately, and you will not be reminded about classwork tests you have missed. So again, everyone, every week I am going to post a lot of reminders and a lot of assignments and materials, so you do need to make sure you check Manaba regularly, almost I would say every day, to make sure that you obtain these materials and information. Okay, so on the syllabus, it does give you an overview of what we're going to do every week, but don't worry, I am going to give you more specific instructions on a weekly basis on what you have to do. Again, I talked about Manaba many times, but for those of you who are still uncomfortable with the system, you do need to start learning how to use it. The university is going to depend heavily on the system, not just my class. So all of the materials and assignments, most of it will have to be provided through the system as well. You will also be submitting a lot of assignments through Manaba, and the files that you upload, you do need to label them correctly. You do need to put your name and your ID and make sure that you also include the type of assignment in the file name as well. In this way, files will not go lost. Right, and if I don't see a name on anywhere on the assignment, I won't grade them. Okay, so please be careful here as well. Again, like I mentioned earlier, I won't accept late assignments. Right, you will have an entire week to complete assignments on a weekly basis. So please make sure that you don't submit assignments in the last minute. This is very important. So for example, if the assignment is due on Saturday at 11:59 p.m., do not submit an hour before that deadline. Why? Because technical issues happen, and this happens to everyone. So make sure that you leave a lot of time beforehand to complete the assignment and submit that assignment on time. Okay. Please do not send any assignments through email. I'm not going to accept them. Everything needs to be submitted through Manaba. Okay, if you take a look at the second page of the syllabus, at the top I have given you the assessment of the course. In other words, how I will be grading you for this course. So the first component is homework, quizzes, and participation. That's 20% of the grade. So yes, you will be asked to complete homework throughout the semester. There will be a lot of content quizzes as well, and the handouts that I give you will also be marked as participation, and therefore it's very important that you complete all of these tasks. Now the second component is presentations. Yes, there will be two major presentations, well actually three major presentations throughout the semester, and this is the biggest component of the grading assessment, which is 50%. And then halfway through the semester, you will have a midterm, which is 10%. And then you also have a final exam, which is 20% of the grade. Now, the grading assessment may change depending on how the semester goes. So please make sure that you listen to my instructions, because I may in the future change this a little bit. Okay, if you also take a look at below the assessment, and in pages 2 and 3, you'll see the weekly schedule. So this is basically an overview of what you'll be doing every week. And like I said before, I am going to give you more detailed instructions on what you do as a new week approaches. Okay, now that I have finished explaining the details of the course, now I have to explain the assignments for this week. So first of all, you need to download the icebreaker assignment, which is available in Manaba, and you need to complete it. Once you finish the assignment, you need to resubmit your file into the online system. And the assignment is actually very simple. The handout has a list of quotes from famous people, and what you need to do is to explain what you think is the meaning of each quote on the spaces provided. And in your response, you also have to explain why the quote is meaningful to you personally. Now, once you're done with that, you need to choose one of the quotes, and you need to provide your answer in the forum, which is also on Manaba as well. And this is how it looks like. Please make sure that you select the tree style, because this is a lot easier to view everyone's responses. Now, once you're done with that, you do need to submit a video of your self-introductions. And what you need to do in this self-introduction is the following. So one, you need to briefly introduce yourself, so your name, where you're from, your interests, etc. And second, you need to choose one of the quotes from the icebreaker assignment, and you need to explain your choice, its meaning, and why it is meaningful to you. And then the third, your video should be approximately 1 to 2 minutes in length, not more than that. Now, how you want to upload these videos is up to you. However, unfortunately, Manaba does not accept files more than 50 megabytes, 50 megabytes, which means that you can't take videos in full HD or in 4K. So you need to find a way to record videos at a lower resolution. Now, of course, you can use your smartphones to film yourself. And however, even with your smartphone, file sizes can be big. So for those of you who use iPhone or iOS, you can download an app which can reduce the file sizes of your videos. So there is a separate file that is available in Manaba on how to do that. Now, for those of you who are using Android, fortunately, I don't have an instruction manual for Android users, but there are a lot of apps out there which will help you reduce file sizes to less than 50 megabytes. Now, for those of you who are curious about how to do the self-introduction video, I will present my own self-introduction right now.
Hello everyone, my name is Professor Shunsuke Kuwayama, and I am one of the instructors of the Academic English program. I am Japanese, but I was born and raised in Santiago, Chile, which is a very thin and long country located in the west of South America. So yes, I can speak in English, Spanish, and Japanese. But of course, English is my strongest language because I have been educated under the English language for 17 to 18 years. So the quote I chose from the list is the first one from Rudyard Kipling. If history were taught in the form of stories, it would never be forgotten. The quote is meaningful to me because stories, well, good stories, are easily remembered from generation to generation. A good story, in my opinion, is one with a powerful moral or a message, and those are the ones that will be remembered, and we learn from it. Now, history, in order to learn from it and have any importance in our lives, it needs to contain a powerful message. From there, we can learn, for example, not to repeat the same mistakes, such as wars and persecution. This is why history should be taught in the form of stories, to make history more memorable.
Hi, how was day one? I hope you understood the key points and assignments. Are you now ready to submit your assignments soon? Please do not procrastinate your work and the submission. As Professor Kuwayama insisted in the instruction, late submission and different forms of submission such as email attachment will never be accepted and graded. Please take the warning seriously. Now you are a university student, not a high schooler anymore, so be responsible for your words and actions. Clear? Should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to use chat function in Microsoft Teams. I will invite you all to my class team. I'll do my best to respond to you as soon as I can. Then I look forward to your self-introduction video. Have a great study day. Until next time, bye.